let's say somebody starts, an originator decides, you know what, I want to do this myself. I want to start my own brokerage. If they're successful at all, they grow to a point where they have a team. And when they have that team, that introduces new points of friction, which is obviously managing the systems for these people. And it sounds like what you're saying is that somebody who was successful has now, this is almost like being Peter principled. You've promoted yourself to the point of incompetence because now what got you here, which was being good at origination and recruiting or whatever, now you're stuck doing admin work. Is this?
That is the life of a broker owner, unless you happen to be lucky enough to hire somebody to do all of that stuff for you. Those people are hard to find. They're not cheap. So there, and there's a lot of services out there that like help you with like compliance and other things, but they don't really go much into the weeds, at least what I've found and encountered. Like, you could pay, there's licensing services out there. Yeah, you can pay somebody $700 to get your company licensed in a new state, but you're paying somebody $700 just to navigate the MLS for you.
Right.
They don't know, like they can't sign all those forms for you. They can't fill out a personal financial statement if you're getting licensed in a place like Virginia that wants that. Like, you're still doing all of this work. Maybe they're buying the shorty bond for you and helping you feel like, I don't see the value a lot of the time in what a lot of these companies offer, and they charge a lot of money for it. Maybe one of these days somebody will tell me I'm wrong.
Well,
But
I mean, it
nobody
sounds to
has
me
it.
like the fact that they can charge for something that you would, it sounds like you're saying is void of value for the most part. There's a market, obviously. I mean, if they exist, I mean, somebody's willing to pay it. And if somebody's willing to pay it,
It tells you that these broker owners either don't know what they're doing or are just trying to hire somebody to just, I guess, take the bull by the horns and do that for you. But like, why can't I build technology that says, all right, I've got this wiki here. I want to get licensed in Delaware. What are my expectations exactly of what I'm going to have to encounter? How do I do this? What is a registered agent? Back to what I was talking about before, because I see that all the time. Like, in a Facebook group, like what's a registered? It's, NMLS says for registered agent. What is that? Like, well, so that's a fundamental aspect of forming a company in a state, is you have to have a registered agent named. If you don't have a physical address in that state, you need to have it. It's just little things like that broker owners just, like you said, they're coming in as originators, not business owners. So they're just really on a whole lot of tools out there. And then, there are lenders obviously out there that we've all heard of that have these like, broker or like business development, but they I've been told that there's no value there either. They'll give you like a real basic bullet point of like what you got to expect. Yeah. Like,
so
they're not getting granular. It's just kind of, very surface level.
So through your experience doing this, Evan, you've rolled this out to brokers outside of Epoch Lending, right? And what has been the impact
about a couple
that you've
dozen
seen in those businesses? I mean, what is?
Yeah, so I mean, right now, since we're only doing the commission calculation, and we're working on building all the other modules now. It is bootstrap. I don't have funding. I don't have a large lender, sneakily giving me money behind the scenes, doing any shady stuff, which, that also happens in our industry.
Sure.
So it's starting a company completely with scratch, no funding. Is, I'm sure you growing a software company can appreciate how much of a struggle that can be, especially in a down market where I don't have much profits from the mortgage company to bootstrap it with. But so we are just doing the commission calculation reporting right now, and for those shops that have a few dozen LOs, they're cutting down the amount of time they're spending on payroll significantly. It's just a matter of identifying all of those shops, and we're at a weird spot. Like, I want to be able to offer this product to every mortgage broker, whether you are a solo operator and you just want some data analytics and help you with accounting, all the way up to, our largest client right now has a little over 100 LOs. So, obviously they have completely different needs where they need that commission calculation reporting, whereas a solo shop doesn't need that module. So, what we're looking to build is kind of those custom tailored solutions, whether you're a one-man band or you got 1,000 out.
Do you ever see this going up to a size like an Edge, a C2, a Nexa?
You mean as far as what the software can support?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like this, you'd talked your upper end currently is about 100 LOs in an organization. Do you see yourself kind of getting this to the point where you're able to take a client on that's in the thousands?
Yeah, for sure. There are a very small number of broker shops that have reached that level.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, absolutely. And what I find that what those shops do is they have the resources to go out and spend a couple $100,000 to have somebody develop something for them. Sure. They're just not interested in selling it to anybody else.
Yeah.
But they just want they don't want to start a technology company. They want to grow a mortgage brokerage, and those guys do that very well. And I quickly learned that I didn't want to do that. After I started Epic Lending, I'd rather keep it where I'm at, about 25 LOs that are, maintain our culture, very low maintenance, all of that kind of stuff. I'm very happy and lucky with what I have, and I don't want to mess with a good thing.